In this video, we are going to explore what's the need of using a state manager. First, we are going to analyze this code. Then, we are going to optimize this code by using a state manager if there is a need of using a state. So as you can see, I have this code which you get whenever you create a new Flutter project. So I have just made few changes here. I have given a app bar title, block deep dive only, and also a print statement. Everything else is same. So if I press on this plus icon, this floating button, you will see build method gets called. We just want to update this count. Then what's the need of updating everything in the build method? We just want to update this particular thing. Then why there's a need of rebuilding the whole widget tree? So to optimize this, what we can do, we can use a Cubit. Before we use Cubit, we should know what is a Cubit and how it's going to help us. So Cubit is a state manager, like you have heard of block. So block is event driven and Cubit is not event driven. Cubit can do similar work like block by using very minimal code. When you use block, you have to use event, you have to use states. When you use Cubit, you just have to use state and Cubit. Simple. Don't worry, I will explain you block in a layman's term in the next video. So let's create a counter Cubit. So I'm going to give it a name counter Cubit and also going to extend this class with Cubit. So Cubit is a part of Flutter block package. So you need to add the dependency here, Flutter block 8.1.3 or whichever the latest version you can use. And also we need to create a constructor and to the constructor we need to pass an initial state. So we are going to pass the initial state from the main.dart. We are not passing it here. Also we can create increment counter because Cubit is method driven, not event driven. Also we are going to emit state by using the emit method. To access the previous state, we can use state, and what we are going to do, we are going to append +1 in the previous state. Now we can use Cubit in the UI. First we need to remove const from here. Also we need to wrap our my home page with the block provider. Here we can use counter Cubit, and to the counter Cubit we need to pass an initial state. So we are going to pass 0 here. So the initial value would be 0. Also we need to import Flutter block because a block provider is a part of Flutter block. So block provider is useful when you want to use this single instance down in the tree, right? We are not going to create new instance of counter Cubit again and again in the subtree. We are going to use single instance of this. So that's why we are using block provider. So block provider is going to attach the singleton of this counter Cubit to the context, and by using the context we can access the counter Cubit down in the tree. So to access it we can do block provider dot off. Here we need to pass counter Cubit. So block provider dot off will search for the counter Cubit in this particular context. So it's going to go up in the tree and look for the counter Cubit, and it will extract the counter Cubit instance from here and it will use it here. Also we can now call the increment counter. So that increment counter is going to increment the state by 1, right? So the state is going to be of runtime int. So that's why we are able to add +1. Also we can use block builder here. So here we need to pass counter Cubit because we are going to get values from the counter Cubit, and the type of value we are going to get from the counter Cubit is int. That's why we need to pass int here. Also we are going to render a state here. There is no need of these variables now. So if I hot restart the application, you will see 0 here. So when I click on this plus button, the build method is not getting called. So this is how you can optimize your application just by using a simple state manager like Cubit. In the upcoming video, we are going to learn about block in layman's terms. And if you want to learn more about Flutter block and Flutter Advanced, you can subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.